You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, the NFL did the thing. The one thing I didn't want them to do, the one thing I did not want to see was a direct rematch to open the season between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Now, you guys know I like to root for the Patriots. I'm a Niners fan, but I root for the Patriots. But after the way that Super Bowl played out, I did not want a direct rematch. All right? And not only that, I don't love direct rematches in the season opener anyway. If you want to put it later in the season, put it on Monday Night Football or something, fine. But I like the out-of-the-box season openers, Lions, Chiefs, something like that. Or the rumored Seahawks, Bears was what I wanted to see. Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson going into Seattle to play. That just sounds like a fun game to consume. I think this could potentially be a 25-point loss from the Patriots. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that offensive line is going to play better. Will Campbell healthy. Okay, great. But I got to tell you, I'm surprised they did this. Unless they got wind, and I'm going to tell you why I'm surprised. There have been rumors that the night before this season opener, Dianna Russini could do a tell-all interview. And supposedly all the big, NBC Today and Dateline and 2020 and the actual big networks are trying to land this tell-all from Dianna Russini, and word has it, it could 60 minutes. It could be dropped the night before this opener. That would obviously be a bad look for Mike Vrabel. And a lot of people were wondering, okay, is this something that may have allowed this game to be scheduled? This is interesting. Could an NDA between Mike Vrabel and the Patriots and Dianna Russini be on the horizon? Sports entertainment attorney Mike McCann talks with WEEI. I missed this interview. I listen to WEEI a lot. Let's check this out.
This is a Yardbarker story that came out, and there's a couple other people who are actually Mike Florio, I believe, from Pro Football Talk, was one of the first people to report on this, that according to some reports, they're suggesting that a settlement with an attached non-disclosure agreement could be on the table from the Patriots to keep Russini from publicly shaming Mike Vrabel and the organization even more. How ironclad is that, and how does something like that work, and does it even work even if they go through with it?
Yeah, Rich, I mean, that would be a non-disclosure agreement, so it can be enforceable. She's an adult, right? If she signs some sort of agreement saying that I will not disclose other materials about whatever they did, that's a contract. It's basically a contract at that point. It's a contract that's enforceable. It gets tricky in the space of any sort of harassment type, but that would presumably wouldn't be it, right? So then there are enforceability questions. This would just be about, I'm not going to tell you what happened. And if that's true, who knows if this is true, but if that is true, it would be essentially paying somebody not to talk. And that's not uncommon in law. Those agreements do exist. Obviously, this one's a little bit different, particularly with a journalist, right? If a journalist, their instinct is usually not to go along with something like that. But this is clearly an unusual situation.
How much do you think that's worth?
Who knows, right? Why are the Patriots paying for it? Why wouldn't it be Vrabel, right? I mean, this is he's the one that's at issue. I don't know. I mean, millions, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because it would have to be the amount that she gave up for not being able to work anymore. Wouldn't you think you would almost like add up the years that you would have been doing your job and times it by the amount of money you made and said, you want me to sign an NDA, here's what it's going to cost you?
Yeah, and that makes sense. And what happens if 2 years from now Mike Vrabel's fired? What happens to the NDA? I assume it's still enforceable, but there are a lot of like weird attributes to that I would be surprised if it turns out that that's the case. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't know if it's also a good idea. I mean, in a way, some of these disclosures aren't from them. How about that photo from 6 years ago in a bar? Like, where is that from? You can't buy silence of the world, right?
Yeah.
So there's other people that have stuff that wouldn't be governed by that agreement.
This is a Yardbarker story that came.
That's a great point. The fact that a lot of this stuff, all this stuff is coming out from other parties. You can't stop everybody from putting things out. What's going to stop somebody that's close to an inner circle that knew about this from talking to somebody? Nothing, if they're offered enough money. And the word has it is, like these places, like 60 Minutes, whatever, that was chasing Russini for a tell-all, was going to offer her a shit ton of money to do this interview. So, of course, this ties back around. The NFL is going with the Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl rematch to open the season. I can't believe they're doing it. The game itself wasn't a classic. It was terrible. The NFL hasn't opened a Super Bowl rematch since the Broncos-Panthers. I think that was actually a good game, if I remember correctly. Not the Super Bowl, the opener. The Mike Vrabel storyline is 1,000% not going away. And this will only shine a bigger spotlight leading up to the game. This tells me something that the NFL secretly loves this, I think. I don't know that they want a Deshaun Watson out there, really. We know that. They suspended him. But this, I think Roger Goodell and the NFL is loving this, to be honest with you. We know they don't love the Patriots anyway, so they're probably like, fuck it, fry them. But it's bringing a lot of attention. It's bad attention, I think. But, I mean, I don't know. Little fan response. Will Campbell getting ready to face the Seahawks defense again. Chuckles, I'm in danger. It could be a nightmare. It could be a nightmare. I like Will Campbell, but I had concerns over the short arms when he was coming out, and boy, it showed up in the Super Bowl. Supposedly he had a bum knee. I don't know. Laughing my ass off, Drake May's crying his eyes out right now, quivering in fear. I don't know that. I don't know about that, but I think Drake could win the MVP this year. Massive miss to not put the Bears against Seattle. I agreed. I don't understand. Is Wednesday night football common? No, but this year we got a fuck ton of it. Drake May's going through hell again. Yeah. I mean, yikes. Super Bowl rematches to start the season. Dumb AF. I'll be at the game with this sign. Oh my God. The NFL forcing Mike Vrabel to watch the Seahawks unveil their banner. That's funny. That is funny, actually. The NFL didn't even pretend to be subtle. I'm just surprised that they're going here, and it makes me think the NFL has got to be. They got to be enjoying what's going on right now in some way, unless they know Russini has signed this NDA that's now being discussed, or Goodell's doing the all publicity is good publicity. Is it? I mean, is it? I mean, Robert Kraft probably shitting bricks right now. Wow. By the way, let's say they do the NDA, or they don't do an NDA. Let's say they don't do an NDA. Decides to do a tell-all, or is going to do a tell-all. I think he takes a leave of absence before that tell-all drops. Because he's going to get wind of some things that's said, unless it's live. If it's live, oh shit. Now what? This is wild. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.